All right, so there's a system of linear equations on this one. And so which statement is true? This guy has no solutions, one solution, two solutions, infinitely many. What does that mean? It means this. If I graph this guy, it's just different colors. Go with blue. If I graph this guy and I get the two parallel lines, that has no solutions. If I graph it and it does that and they intersect, it has one solution. Two solutions only exist on two different kind of functions in this case. If you have linear, it's got to be a different kind of function, like a quadratic. And then that'll have two solutions, right? But two linear functions can only intersect in one spot. And it's funny because systems of linear equations and only having one, can maybe have a solution is one of the things you learn in geometry as a postulate. And then infinitely many solutions means it's the exact same graph. So I graph like that, and I come out here and I say I change colors, and it's a green colored graph, and it's right over the blue one. That's the same graph, right? So it's the same equation. So the only way to do that in this case for these kind of problems here are to be able to solve for y. Right, and I want it in what's called slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b, and that's what this is, mx plus b. This guy is not. So one of the things your teachers have probably been talking to you about this year is something called solve for y. And if your teacher watches, you got to get this kid to solve for y. Right, so I got 3x plus 6y equals 24. Notice I'm using the graph function of the test site. Why not? Right, so here minus 3x, and this will cancel out. And I got 6y equals to, now, it's up to you how you want to do the rest of this. I encourage you to stay in that mx plus b mode. Bring out that mx plus first, and then the y on this side. That whatever's x goes first, and then the number by itself over here. Divide everything by 6 independently. Try to avoid doing this. Now, if you're going to just flat out go straight out calculator to check it, fine. Some teachers will preach this, and then you plug it in just the way it looks like that in your calculator. Go ahead. I do the extra step just so I can have my kids kind of right at the bat look. So I'm getting negative 1/2 x, and I'll have that talk. What is negative 0.5x? It has the same slope. Plus, what is 24 divided by 6? It's a 4. If I can solve for y, I already know that these are the exact same equation, and so I know my answer already is this one. Right, so if I graph this, I'm going to graph it both ways, this guy and this guy. So here you go. You guys ready? Let's look at the graphs. The first one, y equals negative 0.05x plus 4. There's my graph, right? It won't graph it this way. I think what we got was, I'm going to show you the way I've seen it taught, where all you gotta do is put a parentheses and you're gonna move everything over. So I've seen teachers do this. Hey, keep the 24 there, minus the 3x because you're bringing it over, close the parentheses, press division, and then you're dividing by that 6. All right, this one it's different. And so I'm interested in seeing that 24, is there 24 minus 3x? I got a different answer altogether. I'm interested in seeing what I get when I solved it, right? How about y equals, let's go here, negative 1/2 x plus, I guess the question is, what is 24 divided by 6? It's 4, isn't it? It is the exact same graph as this one, hello, but it's different from this one, but why? This should be the exact. What did I do wrong here? Oh, check that out. Negative 0.5. Negative 0.05. Dun, dun, dun. Now it's the exact same guy. See what I did there? I screwed up. So I fixed it. I'm not going to redo the video again. I was freaking out. I was making the video like I'm getting two completely different graphs. Well, I made a mistake up there. So if you're watching this, you're kind of going like, oh, the guy has a wrong graph there on top in the red. You were correct. It was the wrong one. But all of these are the exact same equation. Just these two here that I'm clicking over, solve for y differently. I messed up here when I typed it in. I like keeping errors like that when I make these videos because We make errors sometimes when we're taking these exams. I was able to fix it while I was taking the test. So now I know that I typed it in wrong here, but here it is, guys. Here's the original equation, negative 0.05x plus 4, negative 0.5x plus 4. This guy solved pi one way that it's been taught. I've seen this as well. Y equals, in that parentheses, negative 3x plus 24, that parentheses, and then divide it by the 6. Okay, and either way, it's the exact same graph over and over again. I need this view kind of mastered this year as your Algebra 1, as a secondary math guy. And I would really like for you guys to make sure that our students can solve for y and mx plus b like separated, where they can give me the slope, they give me the y-intercept, and so on. But either way, we get the exact same equation. This guy has infinitely many solutions. Easy stuff. Just be careful when you type in the equations on decimals.